All right, let's go see what's new at Harbor Freight. Nuts Bolts Tone here, guys. And as a professional mechanic of almost 20 years, I'm going to walk you through Harbor Freight, and we're going to look at what's new, and I'm going to give you my opinions on whether I think it is worth it or not. And if it's not, I'm going to link down below the tools that I recommend that you get. Let's go get started. All right, so first up, let's look at some new shop equipment that is new at Harbor Freight. So one of the things that I have been recently looking into is getting into some metal work. I recently got a plasma cutter, and I now have a welder. I haven't put up any videos yet because I just got a tank of gas not that long ago, and I haven't had a chance to really play around with it much. So this is Harbor Freight's 36 by 24 inch welding table, modular welding table. And it comes with all these adapters here. If you've never seen a welding table in use, I encourage you to go watch a video of someone doing welding fabrication work with a welding table. I've been looking at videos on making a welder cart, and because I want to make a cart that can house my plasma cutter and my welder at the same time. So I want to put my plasma cutter on the bottom and my welder on the top, and be able to use both. So this is their welding table, and it's $190, and it comes with all these attachments. Looks pretty cool. I don't know how good it is, but obviously, yeah, $190. You can't go wrong there, I don't think. Next up is by Central Machinery. Now this is a 20-ton H-frame floor press, and this thing has, let's see, it has 20-ton working load. So not too bad. Now, one of the things that you're going to be using a press for is for pressing bearings. So one of the things that I would look at, if you already have a press and you're looking to upgrade, then maybe why don't you look into getting the OTC hub grappler. I know that OTC, they have a manual. Chris Enright actually just did a post recently where he showed his setup to do a bearing on a car. And what he did was he looked in the manual, and it told him he looked up the vehicle in the manual and what he was going to be pressing, and it told him all the adapters that he needed to do the job. So OTC hub grappler is something that I would recommend looking to get into. It's one of the things that I've worked in a couple shops that have had one, and I've never taken the time to learn how to use it. I've used the pieces out of them to press things, but I've never actually used it to do a bearing on the car. So something to look at. I'll put a link in the description down below for my Amazon store for that OTC hub grappler. Now the next up, now I actually heard someone buying this. That's how I even knew they had it first. Was I was in there buying my welding helmet, and somebody was buying this 30-pound capacity benchtop blast cabinet. I don't know how good it is. I know Ken from 1970 Chevelle, he sent me a welder, and it was watching his videos on building a welding cart. He has several videos on that. And in those videos, he took some of the metal and he took it to his blast cabinet and blasted it. And wow, I mean, what a difference. I don't remember if he showed the blast cabinet being used, but it wasn't a Harbor Freight one. I just don't know how well the gloves will hold up. I have a video of what this looks like. Let's take a look. So the outside construction looks pretty nice. $200, and you open up the inside and you can see the gloves. So my only concern would be how long the gloves inside would last, because it is from Harbor Freight, and unfortunately Harbor Freight is cheaper than most, and so a lot of times when you buy cheaper tools, cheaper machines, something has to be the reason why it's cheaper. So that would be my recommendation, but it's $200 for that. So if you're going to use it a lot, then maybe you want to look into getting a better one. Now I only put this on here because it's a Bauer 16-gallon wet dry vacuum with a cart, And I like that it's got a handle up here to push it. One of the most pain in the butt things about floor vacuums is trying to roll it across the shop by the handle. But with all these newer vehicles, I have a video on my channel where I showed before and after intake valves. And it was on a Hyundai, and I did a intake valve cleaning with the Walnut Blaster. The Walnut Blaster was from Harbor Freight and works great. We use it all the time. I mean, some guys blast intake valves all the time. I've only done it once or twice. I think I've only used the Walnut Blaster a couple times. Previously, I worked in shops where we didn't have one, and we had to use GM top end cleaner and a pick, and it was a pain in the butt. So the Walnut Blaster is something you want to look to get, especially with all these newer vehicles having GDI. The original GDI vehicles were getting really bad buildup on the intake valves because of the way it operates. The newer vehicles, I know Toyota is doing it. I don't know about any other manufacturers, but they're actually using GDI injectors, but they have another set of regular injectors that fires on top of the intake valves to clean the intake valves. So they have a whole setup designed to try to combat the carbon, because every manufacturer's getting, I mean, as low as 30,000 miles, having severe drivability issues because of carbon on the intake valves. Next up, now this is just something for your lower box. If you wanted to add some drawers to your lower box, it's a 15-inch end cabinet. Not something I'm interested in. I like end lockers. But if you've got room and you're just looking to add a little bit of storage, $280. And they've got all the colors, red all the way up to white. They just don't have purple. Purple's not out yet. Now this is something I'm interested in. I saw this, I can't remember when I saw this first, but I went ahead and went in the store and I took a look at this. Let's look at a video. So the door is a really nice construction. It's really thick metal. It's not super flimsy like you would expect. And there's all the shelves, and the drawer is really nice. Seems sturdy. So that's what this looks like in person. It's actually a really nice end cabinet. I actually have the 15-inch end lockers on both ends of my Harbor Freight box, and I put plywood on the top and built a hutch, put pegboard along the back to, be able to hang stuff, and I have my jump boxes hanging back there, and it works great. So in this one, they have all the colors as well, and it's $400. It's really nice. It's a really nice end cabinet. Comes with 3 shelves, actually 4 shelves, one down here, and then a drawer. So I like that. Get that with some open and closed lights in there. Oh man, that's going to be awesome. So next up, I saw this at Harbor Freight. I don't think they had this roll cart at Harbor Freight, but I did see the color for the first time at SEMA. Purple's not out yet, but they showed purple at SEMA for the first time. So this is an upgrade to what I showed in my beginner mechanics toolbox video. In tool cart video. I have the one where it's got like 3 drawers and the top opens up. Now I like this because it's got drawers all the way down. It's going to hold a lot more stuff. $600, not too bad. You could probably find it on sale. However, this is very similar to my Cenex tools cart that I use, that I have a tray built on the side here that holds all my extensions, my radiator hook picks, a bunch of my ratchets that I use regularly, my pry bars. So it holds all that stuff. And then I have all my Easy Red wrenches and my Capri Tools long box wrenches hanging along the outside. My Cenex tools cart back in the day when I got it, they were going for about $1,200. I did a bunch of research online. I spent about 3 weeks looking, and I found one that was around $600 or $700 with no freight charge. So that's one of the things that I recommend is, if you can find this on sale, great. But really, the Cenex tool cart is going to be the one that you want. I really like it. I have a couple videos on that showing you just how good it is, how much it holds. I have a lot of tools in my cart. Plus, I like the Cenex tools because they have out here, they have a little more storage and stuff. So I just like it better. So here's what the cart looks like. A nice little flip top, and there's all the drawers. So it seems pretty nice. It's got the unlocking mechanism across the whole handle all the way across, which makes it easy to open up the drawers no matter where your hand is. But this is new, the purple. Now this is, I've never heard of Viking. It's shop equipment, so I'm showing it. We got a 2 amp, 15 amp, 50 amp, and 250 amp charge on there. And it also supposedly tests the engine starter and the alternator. Not quite sure how it's going to test all that because I don't even see an amp clamp here. So I'm not quite sure how it's going to test a starter or an alternator without an amp clamp. So maybe it's just looking at charging voltage, which is, I mean, if you work on cars, you know that you can't test an alternator or a starter without testing amperage. Usually that's what you're looking at. A lot of times you'll have alternators that will be charging voltage and not amperage. And then with a starter, all you can look at is how far down the battery pulls, but you don't know how many amps it's pulling. So now this is for all my non-California guys. If you don't live in California and you can pressure wash things, you can clean engine bays, you can lift the cab on a diesel, roll it out back and pressure wash it, I commend you. I love it. I wish we could do that here, but we can't. It would cost you a fortune here to even set up a wash bay where you could legit even have a pressure washer. Now this is, I think this is the middle one. There's 3 Predator pressure washers that are new. And this is 2,650 PSI. It's going to clean really well. And I think I picked the middle of the line. So 350 for that. All right, now let's get into some hand tools. So I actually had a really hard time finding these because I was looking on the extensions and the ratchets where all the other stuff is, and I couldn't find them. I couldn't find them anywhere. I even asked someone, and they didn't even know. But so what this is actually, let's take a look. I got a video from my visit. So here's what it looks like right here. It's got a really nice blow molded box, and it's really heavy, which you would hope that it was really heavy, being that they're 3/4 inch extensions. So these actually come in a box. So they have a blow molded case. It doesn't say on here what the sizes are that come with this, but it compares to Gray Pneumatic, and it's by Quinn. Quinn is actually starting to, you see a lot more Quinn stuff at Harbor Freight. So it is a 3/4 inch drive impact extension and adapter set. So looks, we got 3 different 3/4 inch extensions and a couple of adapters. Pretty heavy duty, but it's 3/4, so it should be. Now this is the 8-inch fast adjust push button slip pliers. I'm not a fan of this. I don't really like this. I have my snap-on pliers that work great, but this has got a push button for easy adjust. So it's supposed to be a lot quicker. I don't know how well it's going to hold up, but it's $20 and they're Icon. So, and they open up. Let's see. There you go. You can see there. It's opened up a little bit more. So next up is the Quinn 1/2-inch drive metric low profile impact socket set. Now they have a SAE as well, and they are $40. $30 for the SAE and $40 for the metric. The metric comes with more sockets. Now, what is good about these? So these are low profile sockets, so they're very similar to the Capri shallow sockets. However, what this has is, instead of just having a regular socket, it's got a hex on here so you can put a wrench. So if you had really low access, you could actually just put a wrench on there and get a wrench extender and really put a beating on it. So you can see right there. So $40 from Quinn, probably lifetime warranty, I would imagine. Lifetime warranty on that one. Next up, now I saw this. This looks actually really nice. It is a 2-jaw puller, master puller set from Icon. And I'm pretty sure this I saw was a lifetime warranty. You got to be careful with the Matic stuff and things like that. A lot of that stuff's not lifetime warranty, so you got to be very careful buying a Harbor Freight. So here's what it comes with. We got 3 different bars for 3 different sizes of bringing your jaws out. And you've got multiple different size jaws. Even comes with a bearing splitter right here in the middle. So not sure how big that bearing splitter is. I couldn't see. The box was closed and couldn't look inside, but $200 for that, not too shabby. And that is Icon. So here's what the box looks like right here. You got 64 jaw configurations, and it's inside-outside pull, 2 jaw. Now these are I forgot what they're called. These are S-jaw quick adjust pliers. Now I have some of these that are similar. Mine are snap-on. I like the snap-on better. I feel it's going to hold up better. But what these have is these have a button here. So let's say you've rolled this all the way down here and you want to make a quick adjustment. You can push a button and it will slide all the way up. So it quick adjusts for your size. And that comes in 3 sizes. You got 12-inch for $20. You got, that's weird, they got 12, 21, 17. $30 for the 17-inch. And then the 21-inch is $40. Now, I know Nick from Tools R Us, he premiered these and showed them, and I think he even got some. But I haven't seen a video on how they're holding up. But I did get a video of what these look like. So here it is right here, the 17 and the 21-inch. The other one was out of stock. There's the button. Really nice construction, but, you know, haven't used them. So we'll see. Next up is the Icon 11-inch long reach pistol grip needle nose pliers. Now, I won't be getting these because I already have these from several different brands in slightly different sizes. Now, these are going to get you into places where you don't have the access for long reach needle nose pliers, and where your handles come up, maybe you can get in somewhere with these where you can't with your other ones. Like I have like 11 different pairs of needle nose of all different types of orientations. Because sometimes just getting access to things is just hard. But I do have these. I have not had a chance to use them yet, but what I like about them is right here at the top. So right here in this top section here, it is rounded on the inside, so you could get a better grip on hose clamps if you were to use these for hose clamps. Now, I got these a few months ago. I haven't had a chance to use them. I was really anticipating going back to work and being able to use them, so I bought them. And who knows, maybe I'll be showing them pretty soon. But anyways, so these are $22, and they are 10-inch long reach pistol grip pliers. And they are also by Icon. Now, the next tool is a pneumatic 3-inch cutoff tool by McGraw. I've never heard of McGraw. I don't go in Harbor Freight that often, so I'm assuming they probably have had these because this is the only air tool by McGraw that's new. But they do have a promo right now, and depending on when you watch this video, if you buy any of these McGraw compressors, you get a free tool. Well, here's the tools you can get. A medium barrel air hammer, a reciprocating saw, a 1/4-inch angle die grinder, a compact air needle scaler, a McGraw 1/4-inch mini angle die grinder, and the 3-inch cutoff wheel. So it looks pretty cool. Let's look at a video of what that looks like. But if you didn't want to buy the compressor, you can get this tool for $25. It's actually kind of hard to find this sign. I would have assumed it would have been with the price tag and it would have said something about the deal there. And I actually asked somebody in the store because it didn't say anything about it. And it's on the back wall behind the air tools. You actually wouldn't even see it if you didn't look at the back wall. So who knows? You might walk in there and go to buy this tool and not realize they had this free deal. Now, this is by Quinn. I actually I got a video of this, but you can't really see. Let's take a look at the box. So here's what it looks like right here. You can't really see anything. $70. They had a bunch of them in stock. And you can see more if you look online. You can't really see a whole lot because it's in a box, and you actually can see more here. So it looks like it comes with 3 different locking extensions. The only time I ever used 3/8 locking extensions is with spark plug sockets. So this looks like it has multiple different sizes. You got your 12 points here. This is going to be for your Mini Coopers and some of your other ones that are going to have the 12-point spark plugs. And so that is $70 for a 14-piece set. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 spark plug sockets. And that's by Quinn as well. Now these here, I'm showing you, but I don't recommend them because, I mean, look at the 1/4 inch. So the 1/4 inch is $17, but it only goes up to 14 milli. Well, I mean, my set goes to 15. So then you're stuck with your 15s not on your rail, which is a pain in the butt. But they do have the 1/4 inch. I mean, if your set doesn't go to 15, then great, get the 1/4. And they have metric and standard. So $17 for the 1/4, $20 for the 3/8, and $23 for the half. And the half actually has, let's see, I just looked at this a minute ago. The half goes up to 27. So it goes from 10 to 27. And then you would just get 2 of them, obviously, one for your shallows and one for your deep. If you've got impact socket, if you've got 1/2 inch sockets that go up that big, depending on your tool collection. So not too bad. They look nice. I actually have a video of those. So here's the box right here. This is what it looks like. It's pretty heavy. Seems nice. That's what that looks like. All right, so this is the Icon 3/4 inch drive, 100 to 600 foot-pound click style torque wrench. I showed the 3/4 inch torque wrench at SEMA, and I think this past week I just released a short showing my visit to the Harbor Freight at SEMA and seeing this giant torque wrench. I'd never seen one. Like I said, I don't go in the store, so I don't see it. But this is 100 foot-pounds to 600 foot-pound. It is 3/4 drive. Now remember, when you're using your torque wrenches here, and you got this dial here, so this one goes down to 100. Don't forget, when you're not using it, make sure you roll this dial down to 100 foot-pounds to keep your calibration. Very surprised at how many mechanics and techs do not know that. Now this is... Now, I'm not a fan of these. They are low profile. Let's take a look. I took a video. So you can see right here just how low profile the head is. That's really, really shallow. But still, the sealed head, I'm not a fan of. So these come in 1/4, 3/8, and 1/2. Let's see. The 1/4 inch is $20. The 3/8 is $25. And the 1/2 inch is $30. I mean... They have the low profile, but I really don't like the sealed head design because, I'm sorry, but ratchets are going to fail. I mean, I guess if it's lifetime warranty, I guess you just walk in there and get a new ratchet. It's not like the Snap-on truck where they're going to rebuild the ratchet. So I guess for that case, maybe it's worth it. I don't know. You'll have to look and see if you think that the low profile is worth it. To me, I would rather have the Capri Tools 1/4, 3/8, and 1/2 inch set. I like the handles better. They're not low profile, but I definitely prefer the feel of them. But I'll put a link to those down below. And some of these tools, I will put a link down below to the tools that I recommend that are similar to these tools. Now, I showed this in my beginning toolbox for a tool cart for mechanics video. This is the Quinn Master Bit Socket Set, 87 pieces for $100. And that comes with, it looks like it comes with Allens and Torx. It comes with all kinds of stuff. You'll have to look and make sure that it covers what you're looking for. Every Master Bit Socket Set is going to be different. Some are going to include pieces that maybe others don't. Some are going to be maybe heavier on one style and not the other. This one seems like it offers a lot of different kinds. And by doing that, you're going to lose. So maybe there won't be as many E-Torques, or there maybe won't be as many Torques. Personally, every single hex, metric and standard, triple square, E-Torques, tamper-proof Torx, tamper-proof hex, every single triple square, all those that I use, mine are all carbine tools. You can find all of those in my Amazon store. I'll put a link to a couple sets down below. Lifetime warranty, family-owned company, it's family-run company, and it's in the U.S. A U.S.-based company, I should say. And I prefer them. All my stuff is carbine tools, and I haven't had to warranty anything yet. Now, this is the 10-piece punch and chisel set. I looked for this. I was going to try to do a little video with this, but unfortunately, all the people that work at my Harbor Freight didn't even know about this set, and they didn't even know where to find it. They were referring me to the wood chisels. So apparently, they don't even know they have punches and chisels at Harbor Freight. But this is the 10-piece set. It's very possibly made by Mayhew Tools. I'm not sure. I know in my short that I did, where I showed the Icon 58-inch pry bar, I had some people message me and say that Mayhew Tools makes that pry bar. The Mayhew Tools pry bar is better. It has a better handle. It's $99. You can find it on Amazon. You can find it on my Amazon store. Heck, I'll put a link down below. It is the best 58-inch pry bar I own. Well, I'm sorry, I only own one, but I have a coworker with the Snap-on, and our pry bars work the same. And I guarantee you mine was at least twice as much cheaper. So this is $100, and it is 10 pieces. Looks like it comes with 3 chisels, a sharp point punch, and some, and then all the rest are flat tip punches. And they're Icon, so they should be lifetime warranty. Now, next up is this. Now, my set is OTC. I'll put a link to the OTC set down below just because I know that one works great. It's probably a lot more expensive. Well, I know it's more expensive. I just don't know how expensive. This is $30. So if you've never had to use these, the way this works is you have this head here. And what it is it's like this. And on rear bearings in an axle housing, you're going to need to get inside the bearing. So you're going to roll the nut backwards, and it allows this head to pivot. And you slide it through the bearing, and then it opens back up, and you pull it up against the bearing, run the nut up against snug, and put your slide hammer on here, and you can slide hammer the bearings out of rear differential housings. That's what it's for. This is going to be, let's see, Maddox is real hit or miss with warranties, 90 days on the warranty. So I would probably get the OTC. Go ahead and check the link down below and you can pick that up. But I mean, $30, I mean, if you're not going to use them that much, great. But I could tell you anything that you put a slide hammer on, there is a huge potential for it to fail because you're putting tremendous force. I know that the Maddox ball joint press, I had one, I used it for years, and then it broke. The threads spun out of the shaft, and then I got it. They warranted it for me, even though they told me they couldn't. And then the next set lasted 3 cars. I didn't even get through 3 sets of ball joints before it failed, and I threw it in the trash. Luckily, the shop bought an OTC set, so I don't have to worry about it. So Maddox stuff, be careful. Not a fan. Now, I am a fan of this. Not a fan of the Hercules. I personally never used it, and I've seen a lot of mixed reviews about Hercules. I'm not going to buy them and try them out. I'm just not doing that. But an air nibbler, I did watch some videos where they use an air nibbler, and they look pretty cool. And like I said earlier, I want to start getting into some metal work. So a nibbler is something I may look into in the future. This is a 16 gauge nibbler for $120. Now, this is only the tool. All the rest of these tools, the next few tools I'm going to show you, it's a tool only. Now, this is with a friction ring. This is also Hercules, a 3/4 inch ultra torque impact with a friction ring. Now, this says it delivers 1,650 foot-pounds of breakaway torque. Now, I do need to get a 3/4 inch impact. I don't think I'm going to be spending the money and buying a Milwaukee, as most of my impacts are all Milwaukee, besides my air tools. I just don't use a 3/4 inch impact that much, enough to justify the cost. So I will probably be getting a 3/4 inch air impact. And I'm not sure what brand I'm going to get. Maybe Sunex. maybe Capri Tools. I haven't decided. But definitely we'll be getting one for the future. So this is $200 for 1,650 foot-pounds of breakaway torque. Now this is the same gun right here, but this is 1/2 inch. Impact wrench with a friction ring, tool only, and this is 190. And this has 1,500 foot-pounds of breakaway torque. So I did get a video of one of these. Let's go ahead and put that video in there. So this is the 1/2 inch. This thing, I mean, it feels pretty darn burly. So, I mean, I would imagine it would hold up somewhat. Next up, now this is, this is a smaller impact. And I believe, let's see. Yeah, that's the 1/2 inch. That's just like the 3/4. So this one here is the 20 volt. It has a 4-mode wrench, impact wrench, just like the Milwaukee's. Actually, it's pretty common. A lot of them are going to that. But this is a 1/2 inch, and it's a compact impact. So it's only going to have 500 foot-pounds of breakaway torque. I would still personally rather have the Milwaukee stubby, but that's just my preference. Like I said, I'm not going down the road of Hercules. I don't think Hercules is going to be a brand that's going to hold up in a shop where you're using it every day, day in and day out. That's just my opinion, and only time will tell. So, but they do have this gun here in a 3/8 as well. They have a 3/8 and 1/2 inch. And I would imagine the 3/8 is just slightly different on the torque. Now this, I've never had to do heavy duty U-joints, but this is an Icon and it's 110. And this is a commercial truck U-joint puller. And this is, I believe, lifetime warranty because it's Icon. And so this is going to get those big U-joints out. Looks like maybe it has 2 different pieces. I'm not quite sure. I've never used one of these styles. But if you're doing commercial U-joints and you're not doing very many, maybe you want to look at this because it's probably a lot cheaper than if you were to get another brand. Now this is something that I've always been interested in, a ratcheting serpentine belt tool. I don't have a ratcheting one. I don't think mine's ratcheting. Now that I think about it, I think mine actually is ratcheting. But anyways, this is pretty cool. $65. It's Icon. It's lifetime warranty. Extended reach serpentine belt tool. It comes with 3 crow's foots, which I don't think is enough. It comes with sockets and adapters. I think it's probably a 3/8 and a 1/2 inch adapter. Yeah, 3/8 and 1/2 inch adapter. So that's $65. Icon, lifetime warranty. Now the next one, I got some mixed reviews on this and I ruffled some feathers. So I did a short where I went into Harbor Freight and I showed that they had power probes because I had personally never seen them there. And as I was wrapping up the power probe footage, I happened to see the Icon smoke machine. I saw that it was coming when I was at SEMA, but I never saw the smoke machine. So I did a quick little video. I didn't really look into the tool too much. So after looking at this, I'm pretty sure that red line detection makes this smoke machine. So when I was at SEMA, I met with Red Line Detection because I partner with them, and they had all the manufacturer smoke machines in there. Land Rover, Jaguar, Porsche, all the high end, as well as GM, Ford, and all the other manufacturers. So Red Line Detection makes the smoke machine for just about every manufacturer that there is. And then for the big rigs, they use the speed smoke machine in the dealerships. So like all the dealerships, all the repair facilities for like specific brands, they have a deal where they have to have the speed smoke machine in all of their facilities for test and boost leaks because it works that darn good. That's the one I have at work. That's the one you guys see me use. But after looking at this kit, so I was looking at this kit and it is very, very similar to the Red Line Detection. So with this kit, you're going to get this intake bladder. If you've never used one of these, you're missing out. So you're going to take this intake bladder and you're going to put it inside your intake air tube and you're going to pump it up with this ball right here. And you're going to make sure this little valve's closed. You're going to pump it up. It's going to seal up inside the intake tube. And then you have this hose that you put your smoke machine to. So it's going to keep it closed and it's going to give you a place to put smoke. So now and then it comes with the cone for the intake, and it comes with the block off cones, and then a couple bottles of oil. It comes with a Schrader valve tool and the Schrader valve port for evap testing. Now, the reason I'm pretty sure this is made by Redline is, well, one, on the package, actually here, let's look at the box. So here's what the box looks like. There's the smoke machine. No different than what we see in the video. But I did notice that it said it was made in the USA. And that is a big indicator that it is Redline detection, because they are made in the USA. You can see it's made in the USA. Most stuff is not made in the USA. Redline detection makes all their stuff in the USA, and all of their materials come from in the US. But I have this exact same light at work with my speed smoke. So what this light does is, when you're looking for smoke, an LED light is not a good light to use. There are times when there's smoke trickling up and I'm looking with the LED light and I don't see anything, but if I just barely bring the light across, you catch the glimpse of smoke. But there's not enough smoke for the LED light to pick up. Well, back in the day, when we would get the Smoke Pro from Redline detection, it would come with a corded halogen light bulb. And that is the best light to look at smoke with. Well, this is a rechargeable halogen light. So it gives the same glow as a halogen light, and it's better for finding smoke than an LED. So this one is $500. So that's my take on the smoke machine, and that's the Harbor Freight. That's what's new at Harbor Freight right now. After watching this video, I'm sure there's going to be some mixed emotions about whether you agree or disagree with some of the tools that I have given my opinions about, and I would love to hear it. So drop a comment down below if you agree with something that I said, or if you disagree, tell me what and why. I would love to hear it. I'm always open to learning new things. Like I just recently learned that Mayhew Tools makes the 58-inch pry bar for Harbor Freight. I did not know that. So thanks for watching the video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell. You get notified of all my future content, which you definitely don't want to miss. See you guys next time.